Well, there we have it. We are live on a Tuesday. What happened to Monday? Well, it was a bad day. Well, actually, it really wasn't a good day. Let's see if I can find me on the computer. Let's see. There we are. Things are a little hectic at work, a little stressful. So we decided, since we weren't all feeling so great, to go ahead and go keep my honey company and watch some wrestling and books. Then I work instead of running to the post office with all the goodies for everybody from my Monday sale. No, we have today off instead, so they can do what they need to do at work. They need me to get out of their way. So when the new company's coming in. Hello, Debbie. It's the Deco. So I didn't know what I was gonna do tonight. Just sit and work, work on my little book here, or maybe work on some paper clips. This is my new paper clip box. I thought I was gonna put it up for sale, maybe somebody would want a box to keep some things in, and then I thought, well, since it looks like it's sticking around with me, I'm going to use it for paper clips. Yeah. So I thought maybe I'd work on that tonight. If enough people were not doing anything tonight, I thought maybe show everybody what I got at the antique mall this weekend. So, how's your Tuesday going, Deb? Mine seems to be a little bit better than yesterday. I think things are going to get better at work once the new company takes over running the show, and we find out who's still working. Crossing our fingers, everybody is still working. Hello, Aaron. So, kind of yuck, huh? That's kind of how my days. I had breakfast with my best friend, and then decided to work on my Etsy shop a little bit, clean around the house some, and so I thought, well, because I got these really cool books. I call them my $5 books. And I am so glad I did not live in the time frame when people were learning shorthand, because there is no way my penmanship is good enough to make all these little squiggles correctly. So I especially enjoy this book. This reminds me a lot of the stuff that you learned in school that you actually paid attention to and you wanted to learn about. All the people, that discovered America, and Christopher Columbus, John Cabot, Sir Walter Raleigh. Interesting stuff, And I found a book. I thought that was pretty cool. Poor old cover. You can't see a lot of it anymore, but that's what happens when you get old. So, I have been trying to clean out my little collapsible file folder that holds all my coffee dyed paper. I just can't seem to get to the bottom of that thing. It's just never-ending paper. So I thought, let me get some of this ledger paper and start coffee dyeing, some ledger paper, and It takes a coffee stain really well. Let me add that to some of this paper that I'm trying to get rid of, you know. So maybe there's some folks out there that are still going to be interested in putting some paper in their journals, you know. So I did manage to find some papers, like pamphlets. Apparently somebody had quite the collection of pamphlets from Virginia. So I made a bunch of piles, and then I put a little pile in my book, and I thought, yeah, this will make some pretty good pages, you know, a little something different to look at. So like the other book I'm working on, this one's going slowly. Might move you out of my way somewhere. Ugh. All right. Hello to all my lurkers out there, everybody who's lurking and working on a project. Hello to Deb, and give me a thumbs up. My poor old book here, the pages, the edges are just going to keep ripping, you know, so broke out the old washi tape and did the edges. And I tried to find the thinnest washi tape I could so that I could do something with the edges of these pages, because they're just going to go from bad to worse if I didn't do something about them. If you're not really paying attention, you don't really notice there's this little strip right there. I love fussy cutting. I'm going to show you this tub. I have not dug into it and used it as much as I should. But as far as fussy cutting goes, I gotta stop moving. Stop moving the tripod. Well, actually, the thing the tripod's sitting on. Stop moving that thing. One day, my phone's gonna hit me in the head. But yeah, oh boy, I had such a time. I would sit and watch TV. You know, my honey be watching TV, and I'd just be sitting there quietly fussy cutting, and I have all these bits. So this is my fussy cutting bucket. I wonder where I bought this. I think I got this at Walmart. It's probably something you'd put your beads in or something like that, you know, in that area where you buy the beads and the charms and everything. But, yep. That's my therapeutic box right there. So I agree with you, Deb. So that's going to be me in doing clusters. I have to push this back away from the edge because it's hanging out off the edge just a little bit too much. All right, let's see how my book looks here. Oh, Christmas paper. I just got some I was watching Diane Shawcraft 1, and she's doing her little Christmas thing right now, and I was like, I saw all these bits of Christmas stuff, and I wanted to go dig mine out, you know, and do something with it. And then I realized, all mine's on sale in my Etsy shop. I tried to sell it all, and I have nothing that's Christmas. It's all in my shop. So I like, oh, I know what I can do. And I went and got some paper, you know, because it's still kind of fall. I was going to find some Halloween paper, if at all possible. No go. So I found this paper, and I guess I should turn it this way. This is like right side up. It's got some really nice, I think it's 2 sheets of each. And I thought, there's no way I can use all this paper. $5.99 is a good price too. I haven't been in Michael's and Joann's in a long time. But I'm going to have to figure out how I could zoom out on this thing. Because every time I try to zoom out, it zooms back in again. I don't think there's any way. It's not. Hello. Oh, there we go. Maybe that's working. No, it only goes so far and then... figures. So, I'm just going to make it worse if I play with it, but... It's got like 2 sheets of each. So I thought, yeah, in a junk journal, I'm not going to use all this paper. Oh, you know, I should break it down and keep one of each, you know, for doing a journal, and put a pile, you know, of the rest of the ones, you know, in my Etsy shop or on my needs, you know, for sale. So as you can see, I just bought it yesterday and I haven't torn it apart yet. But really nice. It's got some really nice patterns, you know, in here. I'd rather have the 8x8s. I think there are a lot of different spots in here that you could do to do journal cards. These ones are pretty good size. I really got to try to zoom out this thing. Turn sideways. Let's see. How about if I get dizzy? Let me raise this thing up in the air a little bit and see if we can get a bit, because trying to go about it the other way is not working. So maybe this might help. I don't think it's changed very much. I think it's still the same. Wow, that's funny. And then I forgot to turn my light and get rid of this glare. All right. Hi, Susan. Welcome to Tuesday night. Oh, I took a look and I didn't see anybody on the live because I felt just like sitting and working on my book or doing something and watching a live, and nobody was live. So I thought, well, why don't I just... I stopped for a minute so I could read the feed and then I had to read it again. Oh, come on. I'm trying to play with the zoom on this thing, and It's not doing what I want it to do. Well, so eventually I am going to take this paper and break it into two piles, one for me and one for somebody else, so they can do a fall journal. I actually planted sunflowers in the yard. Them things were like over 6 feet tall, and they had so many seeds. And we used to put them in a pile for the birds. See, I don't know why it's, and you can't even, I have to turn it so you can see the other side. Really pretty paper. I used to get the hot buy papers from Michaels. I have a couple pads that I haven't even started doing anything with. I like this one. This one's postcard. This one here, it's got 2 postcards. This is going to be a fun journal. Plus all the stuff that I've been accumulating. Okay, so there it is. There's the Bo Bunny book. All right, let me take this thing off of here. Let's see, what can I do here? What can I do? There is a place in a town kind of near where we live. That's, their entire field is like full of sunflowers. Hi, Trudy. Hey, Trudy, how are you? How is school going? Well, this is like, I guess, about as good as I'm going to get. So let me just put it back up there. All right, come on. They put the buttons on these cells. Oh, we're not doing too bad tonight. Well, yeah, see, okay, that looks good. How did that happen? Okay, we're doing fabulous now. When Trudy, when I was on your channel there and you were talking about school and I mentioned about my daughter going back to school, anybody who does that, I am so proud that somebody is doing it for themselves or somebody else. I did it because after her divorce and having the 4 kids, you know, she decided for her kids, you know, and now she works for an OBGYN, and her daughter, my granddaughter, just graduated high school. Now she took classes while she was in high school. So now she is working in the medical field. She just graduated high school, you know. How awesome is that? That the 2 of them can be working in medical. I do, but I'm more in the administrative, you know, type of setup for the folks who do medical, you know. It's awesome, you know. Anybody who goes to school for themselves or for somebody else is just awesome. I used to like math pretty all right, you know, when you get good teachers and everybody, you know. So, long I'm here. Does anybody want to see Any of the little golden books that I just had come in the mail? I'm going to have to start selling these things because it's quite the pile. And I really don't want to sit here looking at them. I'm beginning to look like I'm hoarding them. Good for you, Susan. Don't go away. I have to go get me a beverage. I forgot to grab one after dinner. Hang on. Okay. Oh. Doing a good job on this coffee staining on this ledger paper. It's not making the color of the paper run, you know, but it's leaving a nice pattern on it. I was afraid that when I started getting the paper wet that I would lose the ink, but so far so good. I still going out and buying and selling, that kind of thing. And at the same time working on my book, you know, but right now I'm trying to put together packets of coffee stain paper, you know, so I can try to use up some of this paper that I've had sitting in the collapsible file folder. I'm getting tired of looking at it all, so we're trying to make up some packets of paper. Oh. I used to just do projects, you know. Whoop, they're falling off the shelf on me. I used to just, you know, make journals and things, and then all of a sudden I got busy buying and selling, you know. People didn't want to buy what I made. They wanted to buy things and make their own, you know. Oh gosh, yes. Used to do the swaps, the Facebook groups, you know. It was pocket letters. What's the ones with the baseball card thingies? Those are pocket. No, those aren't the pocket letters, right? What's I can't even think of the words. Oh yeah, these things. Yeah, I used to do these things all the time. We used to do these in the group, you know, and then we would trade them, you know, with everybody. These, I guess you call them pocket letters, right? Yeah, pocket letters and flip books. That's what we used to do. Oh, every month, you know, we were sending stuff to everybody. Then they bounced me out because one month I couldn't, you know, because I was working on the shop. You know, it was coming up Christmas. I had to get stuff in the shop. So they bounced me out because I didn't participate. But I met a bunch of really nice people, though. They're still my Facebook friend. For most of them are. So I was hoping that enough people who were not doing anything might swing by, see what I bought from my shopping spree at the antique market this weekend, you know, and buy some old books, and then I had. Yeah, you think I'm hoarding the little golden books now? Yeah, I am. So, oh, yes. This has got to stop. I have got to stop going little golden book crazy because yeah. I may have to start gutting them and just use the pages. But these are cute, you know, and you're always hoping that you find just the right book, you know. I mean, this one is really cute. A Blessing from Above. This one is so cute. And some of these aren't, you know, the old books, but it's a mama kangaroo, and the blessing from above is a little birdie that falls out of the nest. And there's not enough room in the nest for the little birdie, so the mama kangaroo, oh my gosh, gets to take care of it. This is so sweet. Oh my gosh. So, you know, not all of the really old books are the best ones. Sometimes you find some that are newer, you know, and they're just so sweet. So I'm just gonna sit here and read little golden books all night. My favorite ones are the Bambi books, and mice. The Beatrix Potter mice books. The bunny book. And the Eloise Wilkins. She draws some really pretty books. And the Velveteen Rabbit. Oh my gosh. Some of these are not old. You know how many times they reprint a book? The copyright, how many times they re-copyright a book? You know? It's newer, but sometimes I like the newer books. You know, I like the illustrations, you know, and you can only smell vintage for so long before you can't smell it no more, because it makes you, yeah, it makes it hard to breathe. I got is it what it was a box set, you know, like 1 through 12 Beatrix Potter, the really tiny books, you know. And I said, I am going to just hang on to these things and read them before I decide to do something with them. Hey, Erin. Got these off of eBay. And thought, wow. They're like brand new. You know, they're not the white ones. They're the green ones. But, oh, I love Beatrix Potter. So, yeah, 1 through 12. I think I have 2 of the other ones. I think I thought at first when I was buying them that they were the white ones. But they're not. They're the green ones. That is okay with me. I love the books. Hey, Jana, how are you? Good to see you here. We were hanging out and talking and this and that, and thought maybe some folks would come by and visit and they could see what I had for sale that I got at the antique store this past weekend. Not to mention all the little golden books that it looks like I'm hoarding. If anybody hasn't, give me a thumbs up. I'd appreciate it. Hey, Susan. Hi, honey. How are you? They've been having a lot of folks been having sales, uh, since this weekend. Saturday, Sunday, I think Monday, yesterday. Patty had a sale too, so I thought, well, everybody's gonna be sale partied out. Hey, Olga. Oh, familiar faces are coming to say hello. I don't know why this is crooked. This should be a little bit more straight. I'm gonna have to get some tighter rubber bands. But at least we can see our space now. Oh my gosh, if I could get my hands on some Dick and Jane books, more than likely they're like being held captive on eBay. So anyway, I want to show you just so I can show you. Got some $5 books. This one, I think, is my favorite of all of them. It's the first steps in the history of our country, and it's really whatever was painted on is rubbing off. But this book is like from school, and this says copyright 1898, and it's Columbus and De Soto and all the people that traveled by the big ships across the seas and discovered America, and this was the interesting part is Ferdinand De Soto, Sir Walter Raleigh, John Smith. This was the interesting part of school, learning this stuff. This kind of got my attention, but lots of pictures. Lots of illustrations. I really like how they did this book. I'm probably not even holding this where you guys can see it. How is starting your first journal going? I remember when I first started doing scrapbooking, we had the hard covers, and then you had to wrap the scrapbook paper around it and all. And oh, I used to tear some stuff apart when I first started, And I used to watch the tutorials, when folks were doing scrapbooks. So this one's a children's book. Got some big print, some nice colorful pictures. Oh, Ben and Me. That sounds familiar. I think there was one part, you got to see one part in this book. I didn't see it until after I got home. I'm going to have to hold this up really close and like not move and let my lag catch up to me. This is not from a mouse. This is something else that poor Andrew Jackson, he just about had his face chewed off. But That's weird. Something was something was chewing up this book. That's weird. So there's a few pages that need to be pulled out. I started in like one tiny little circle right there. That's weird. Something was living on that book. So I have a children's book. This is a big cover. This is a hardcover. Golden Library of Knowledge. This is a pretty old one. It's got 1951, 56, 58, and a copyright of 42. I can't tell if this one's... Yeah, it looks like it's sewed in. It looks like there's 4 signatures to this book. Love the ink that they used that long ago. These... to make these illustrations. Lots of butterflies. Oh, the monarch butterfly. This is my favorite butterfly. We had these in Connecticut. All over the place. This one's weird. I got to show you this one. If anybody wants to make a purchase, just let me know. This lady had cats, a dog, and a bunny rabbit, and she used to take pictures of her critters and somehow add things to the story. You know, I'm sure they weren't really holding, you know, maybe she kind of added that somehow, but this is unusual for, you know, instead of doing illustrations, she actually used her critters and took pictures. Yeah. The print in this book is really big. This one's cute. The little kitty and the puppies underneath the blanket. Unusual. Olga, would you like for me to put your name on the butterfly book and send it to you? These are my $5 books. All righty, we'll do that. Find me something to write with. Amy's here. Hey, Amy. Amy, you like the buttons that I sent you? I thought you would. I felt bad that I had 3 people loved buttons and Amy wasn't in the running, so I thought I'd send you some of my stash. So the other 2 books, these are the Greg shorthand books, the 1902 and the 1916. Lancaster, Pennsylvania School District. Nice. Paper feels nice in these books. I don't know how many people, who have ever been involved with shorthand, or know somebody who might like a shorthand book, but these are in really good shape, for the copyright, as old as it is. They look like signatures. They look like they're sewn in because they're kind of wiggly there. But I've got a couple $5 books if anybody is interested. You took it in school? Oops. That's the one thing that we did not, and I am so glad I did not, because there's no way my penmanship would have been on spot with the wiggle. Gosh, that's just too many squiggles to try to learn. How many? I mean, when you think about how many words, wow. Because see now, forfeit, forsooth, and fortune. The first two are the same, but the other one is not. And they all start with for. But fortune is nothing like the others. Forfeit, forsooth, and forsake. And formula. Those are, yeah. See, I'm lost. I can't do it. I had to take typing, and that woman, still have my book from school. That woman, that typing teacher, boy, she could feel her eyes burn in the back of my head because I kept looking at the keys. Yeah, that's like just wow. So, okay, the tale of Pony Tinkleheels. Yeah, the poor binding. Starting to go a little bit. Looks like they might have glued this cheesecloth looking stuff to the signatures. But I like the pictures on the inside and on the back, So it's another children's book, and I think this is the only picture that's in there. I think this one might be a gutter for putting in. Yeah, because see, here's where the signatures are sewed in, and the thread is very thin. Might be able to separate them, but yeah, because I would say that the cover's not much for making into a book, but it does have a bunch of nice stories in it. A bunch of children's stories. So, okay, putting my books aside here. Amy, I've got buttons again. You know, they always have buttons at the antique mall. So, I weighed them all out into 3-ounce bags. And these ones, I had to pay a little more. So, these ones are all each going to be $3. $3 bags of buttons and some weird pieces. I guess you would run, you could probably use that for like a closure on the front of a journal. Just run the the fabric or the ribbon, you know, through that part. But, okay. I've got 7, so Amy, this time, if you ever needed any more buttons, I'm sure I've got enough for you to be included this time. I've got 11 people watching now. Yeah. I also found some jewelry. So I put a whole bunch of pieces. They've got little little hooks on them so they can be attached to jump rings. We've got some that are on string, beaded. Got some chain and some separate beads in there, and so we put together a few bags. If anybody was interested in any little jewelry bits to go with their journals, making tassels or charms. They can even be glued. I think glue it right to the front of the book. This is really cute. Black flower. It's got a chain stuck to it, but that can come off. Olga, I'll put you down for one jewelry and one buttons. Well, let's see. I've got 2 different. See, this one's got like a small black flower, and this one's got a really big white one compared to the black one. It's not twice as big, but this one's got some like glass beads in it also. Oh, this is really cute, this one here. This black one. It's got a little like gold trim on it and a little sparkle right in the middle. How about that one, Olga? And it's got the white one. That would look so cute on the front of a journal. Where's my book? You know, like yeah, see? That would be cute, wouldn't it? Okay, the black one and the white one, you mean this one? Or the black one, this one, and the white one, this one? The 2 in the same bag, or 2 separate bags? Okay, so two bags. Each bag is $3. Okay, I'm going to put your name on it. Let me weigh your stuff right now and see what I got. Okay, these are pretty heavy, so I'm going to put the whole thing together in one bag and mail it to you that way. Because that'll be just over a pound, so we'll just put everything together and Susan, my crafty journey buddy, you want a bag of buttons too? See if I got anything exciting. Exciting in these bags here. This one's got a really... This looks like the shell type of button. It's got a lot of nice pink colors when the light hits it. If you like big buttons, I'll give you this bag. Okay. All right. My books are in the way. $3 buttons for Susan. All right, let me look and see. I don't want to miss anybody in the feed. Susan Jarrell. If you buy a book, it's media mail. If you buy a book and you buy something like this, I can put the two of them together, and as long as it's under 13 ounces, then you can do first class shipping for items that don't weigh too much. Anything that goes over 13 ounces would be priority shipping. Amy, are you still here? Let me put these aside here. I think in the back, if anybody wants any stamps, these are the stamps that are still on the paper. Some of them actually have a stamp, you know, from the post office. This particular one is from Japan. But if anybody is looking for stamps, a bag of 28, still on the paper, would be $2. I don't know that everybody is just, you know, screaming for for stamps, but we have them here if anybody needs them. The kids books, the $5 books or books for Little Golden Books. Olga, I will give you some stamps. Let me see. I'll give you this one. It's got a lot of Japan stamps in it. Okay, Susan, tell me which children's book you want to see the front of. Because this one's a children's book, one of the basic readers. It's It's in 1955 and previously 1951, 47, 43. Young Americans Today. Okay. Well, they're both kind of orange. They're both kind of red. This is the one for John Smith and Christopher Columbus, the one with the really cool pictures. And then this one for the really nice colorful pictures. Would you like me to show you my little golden books? Okay. I think you mean this one. It says go to page 1. Turn to page 30. Ooh, let's go to page 30. Fake out. You wasted 5 minutes, but I love you. That is so cute. You saw this one when you were a kid, really? That's cool. I had somebody buy one of my the young kids encyclopedias. The outside of it was yellow, and she bought it because she had that book when she was a kid, so she bought it. I like all the colorful pictures that they have in here. Seems like a lot of writing, a lot of reading for kids. I'm from back in the days when, yeah, we started reading Dick and Jane. Yes, Susan, we have bunny books. Some of these that I ordered because they had the old books in them, and then they threw in some that are newer, which was okay with me because I can only deal with the smell of old books so long before, I start liking the newer books. I like the newer covers, and the newer pages, because when I'm putting my pages into these books, these ones are so brown, I'm starting to really start to like the newer pages, My computer is lagging so unbelievably lagging. Oh, let me mouse over here. Okay. Let me move these out of here. I didn't even show you these things. You're not going to believe what my honey brought home and gave me. And I still haven't read it. I did look at all the pictures, though. But I love Humphrey Bogart. Him's such a handsome man. You see that? He's looking at me. You see? He's looking right at me. Hi, Humphrey. Hey, Louise. I'm sorry, Louise, I wasn't here last night. It was an awful day yesterday at work, and they bounced me out of work today, told me to come in Wednesday instead of today. That just ruined my whole week, you know? Okay. I think we started about 6:30. You know, I just turned it on, and if I didn't turn it on, I probably would have gone and laid down and fallen asleep. So, these are my $4 books. The books are in fabulous shape. Some of them are newer than older, but that's okay with me. Everybody has seen these in the younger print. I'm not mean younger, but the older copyrights. You know, some of these are newer copyrights. But tell me these illustrations aren't fabulous. And yeah, raccoon babies are not that fat. At least mine wasn't anyway. He was a little skinny thing. So if anybody wants to bid on or if anybody wants to do the Ready, Set, Go Me on the books, let me know right now. Well, hello, Rose. Welcome to my channel. Have you been watching in the background? So, okay, let me pick out some of the real good ones. The baby animals, Blessing from Above, that's a wonderful. The bunny book. Let's see, Scrawny Lion, I like him. The Velveteen. The Ugly Ducklings. God. Home for Bunny. Some of those are the older ones that are thrown in here too. So we will start from the top with my favorite of the bunch here. Let's see if we can do this without any kind of glare. Let me turn my light without breaking it. All right. Well, yeah, I think that's worse. Hang on. Well, Rose, I'm glad you could stop by and say hi. Always glad to have everybody stop by, see what's going on, say hi to everybody. Okay, Home for a Bunny. The original copyrights in 1956 and then 61, went to 84 and 89, but the illustrations are fabulous as the previous copyrights. Oh, face-to-face bunnies. Where's your home? He asked the bunny. It's story time. It's story time. Here, said the bunny, here is my home under a rock, under the stone, down in the ground. Here is my home. Can I come in, said the bunny. Yeah, see, I know what you're up to, bunny. Yup. Okay. I'm going to put it in, what are these, my $4 books? Alrighty, there goes the bunny book. I am going to put in the description box below, when I am done tonight, the link so that everybody can go to my Etsy shop. That's where everything is listed. All you have to do is just click on the picture, your name underneath the picture, and pay for it like you would pay for anything that you do when you go shopping online. let's see. We've got the Velveteen Rabbit. We'll do that one next. This one is a 92. Really nice illustrations for the Velveteen Rabbit. If anybody wants to see the really older version books, I'll dig those out of the pile. I love that picture right there. And that one. He was a real rabbit at last. All right, Susan, I will put your name on Home for a Bunny. Oh my goodness. Okay, let me put the Velveteen Rabbit up here. I cannot spell rabbit. Okay, off with the Velveteen Rabbit. I still have my old Velveteen Rabbit that I used to read to the kids. I think it was in the group that had all the other stories in it, and I would not get rid of it. I kept it forever. Okay, the little book about God that everybody has put out there on their live feeds. We got one in our order. So here, I love this picture with the birds. Oh my gosh. For some reason, the eyes on this little girl looks like my granddaughter Carly when she was little. And if Carly ever saw this video, see Carly? She's got your eyes. My granddaughter has beautiful blue eyes. Okay. Yes, Susan, if you want this book, then I won't do the Ready, Set, Go, or is there anybody else that's interested in this one? I guess I should just do the Ready, Set, Go, you know, and if nobody else is interested, then I'll give it to you, Susan. All right, Susan, you want this one? See, oh, there we go. My Crafty Journey. We have two Susans. Susan, My Crafty Journey. Would you like me to put this book aside for you? And Susan Jarrell. When I used to have internet with my cellular phone, yeah, it would go off every month like clockwork. And I don't know why. It was the biggest aggravation. And I said to Sprint, that's it. I'm done. I don't want to waste my money on you anymore. So now I have it through cable. And pretty much no problems. I have 15 people watching. Hello, everybody out there. How is everybody tonight? Everybody out there working on a little something something tonight and listening to me just going on and on. I'm glad you're here. Oh, you have cable too. Wow. All right, My Crafty Journey, I'm going to put this one aside for you. That's okay, Rose. I was supposed to be doing chores today, too. I did do chores, actually. I did. So. Ooh, faux leather. I saw somebody doing a YouTube video. It was like a mixed media YouTube video, and she had glycerin and water, and she took that I don't know if it was like a paper bag or something, but she inked that thing and she glycerin that thing, and I swear to God, it looked like leather when she was done. And I so wanted to make a journal that looked like that. It was awesome. And it was like mixed media stuff glued all over it. A lot of metals, Awesome. You're going to have to show me. You're going to have to take a picture and post it on Facebook so I can see it. Okay, Susan, My Crafty Journey. Me, yes, what? I've lost track. Really, a cereal box? Awesome. I can't believe how it changes, especially when you're inking it with all different kinds of reds and browns, I got a whole cabinet just for mixed media and scrapbooking. And then this one here is for sewing. This counter is for sewing and junk journals. I have a cabinet for everything I do. Okay, do I have 14 people out there watching that might be interested in anything that I have here that is a little golden book? I wish Diane was on, because I needed to talk to her. Diane from Shawcraft 1. I had to talk to her. I was hoping that she'd pop in live tonight. If she was on, the YouTube. I think I write down a long time ago what videos that I really liked so I could go back and watch them. You know, I used to write them down before you could save them, you know. And, God, I wish I could remember who that lady was that did the YouTube video for the... Oh, I can't remember her name. I thought I remembered, but I didn't. Okay. Anybody who is out there listening? Oh, two people went somewhere. Where'd they go? Come back. Where'd you go? Anybody out there listening in YouTube land? Does anybody need any coffee stained papers? Lined papers? We have folded in half. We have 2 tracing paper. I have to get more tracing paper because I really like how this comes out. I have lined paper from like a notebook. It's got the perforated edge. You know, you just pull it out and hand it in to school or whatever. Then I've got the paper from doing resumes. So we have some different colors that were coffee stained, but you can kind of still see the paper through. Like this one here. This one still shows the green. And this is more of a pale colored resume paper. And this one here is kind of pink. And then I have some that are 24 pound copy paper. I don't always use the 20 pound when I'm printing, you know, so I started coffee staining the 24. And then we did some little designs on the ledger paper. So we have a bunch of packages for $4 if anybody's out there lurking, wants to pop in and have some paper. Oh, let's see, where am I? Where am I? Susan, My Crafty Journey, and Olga, you both want one. Okay. Okay, I'll get one for each of you. And Rose, let's look at some little golden books real quick. Okay. Okay, Rose. We had did you see the Velveteen Rabbit? These are not the really old copyrights. These are the newer ones. They don't smell like they've been in someone's basement for 40 years. Blessing from Above. I really like this story. This mother kangaroo had an empty pouch, and the drawings are just fabulous. Just fabulous. And there's the little birdies, you know, and one falls out of the nest. Oh, yeah. And mommy kangaroo, yeah, blessing from above. See? I love the blessing from above. See? I love this. Even if you take the pages and stick it, you know, in like an old book, you know, that you're working on. Fabulous story. So, Rose, if you're interested in any, we have The Ugly Duckling. Just type in a name, you know, of a book. Ugly Duckling. Look at the illustrations. Some of these that are newer got some really good people drawing. Really good. Look at the dog. Look at he just pops right off that page. Oh my gosh, look at the kitty. You can see all the hairs. Very nice illustration. Okay. So, that's the Ugly Duckling. And of course the Tawny Scrawny Lion. This one is a 52, so this one is the older copyright. Hims is scrawny. He sure is. I like him except for the beady eyes. The eyes just don't, you know. Olga, if you want the Ugly Duckling, I will give this one to you. And Rose, the Blessings, I'll give this one to you. And if nobody wanted them, I was going to snag them. So, Rose, I am going to post my link at the bottom of the page. After we're all done, click on the link that will take you to my Etsy shop, and there will be a picture hold for Rose. You click on that, and then you pay Etsy whatever you use when you're buying something online, and then I'll stick it in the mail for you. And Rose, if you send me a message, if you click on contact Yoner, if you send me a message just saying hi, then I can send a message back to you and let you know that I stuck it in the mail. Are you in the U.S.? If you're outside of the U.S., let me know so I will know how to do the shipping. Alrighty, Susan. Thanks a bunch for coming. I will get your stuff in the mail as soon as I can, since I don't have Wednesdays off anymore, so now I'll have to do it when I get home from work. So I'll get it in the mail. Lickety split. And another book for Olga. Alrighty, let me stick this one in the bag. Alright, I'm so happy when everybody's in the United States, Rose. I'll give you the scrawny too. If you're just going to get books, Rose, then I will put this in for media mail so that it'll, you know, cost a lot less. Hello again, Louise. I have 17 watching now. Okay, back to the books. This one's an older one, the Bunny book from Richard Scarry and Patsy Scarry. The whole Scarry family does books. That's like Stephen King. Him and his wife do books together. 1955. I think I had another one of these books in another batch that I bought. So there is the Bunny book. Let me, I'm going to put him out on Ready, set, go. So hang on a second. Okay, Mr. Bunny Book. Hello, Rose. Welcome to my channel. I'm glad you're here. It's always nice to have people come by, say hi. Then it makes you feel like you're not so alone here. Let's see. What else have I got in here? How about Frosty? Frosty's an old one. Let's pull out the old ones. So it looks like somewhere around 1980 somebody signed this book. So if they become famous, you have their autograph. Let's see. 1972, 51, and 50. Pages are in good shape. Corners are in good shape. Frosty. Peggy's here. Hi, Peg. I'm going to pull this out just a little bit, see if that helps so you can see the whole book. Today must be a day for bad internet all over. Yeah, let me put Frosty out there real quick. Oh my God, is this really how you spell Frosty? I would like to find a little golden book for The Grinch That Stole Christmas, because the Grinch movie is my favorite one. Yeah. And what's his name? Carrey. The movie? Jim Carrey? Is that his name, Jim Carrey? Oh my gosh. He makes a really good Grinch. I liked him in that movie. Okay, Rose. We've got you. All right, where's Rose's bag? Oh, I had, just to sneak these in real quick, I had these shop last week. Dina bought 4 of my music piano books. And I just did the pictures for these today so they can go into my shop. So if anybody is interested in any pages for music, these are like from the, I think this bunch is like from the 30s. So if anybody's interested in any piano books and music books, really vintage, let me know, because I have a bunch in the cabinets, so I bundle them into 4, and they're $2 a piece, so each bundle is $8. So, okay, what else do we have? The classics. I think this is a newer, when they do them as a classic. I think these are the newer ones. That's a classic. Okay. All right, the Jungle Book. Let's take a look at you and see when you are. This one is 1967. Yep, another book in shape. Good pictures, good corners, good shape. Alrighty. I think we used to have AT&T for our phone service. But for some reason, I don't know why, we ended up going with Sprint. It used to be Nextel, then we changed over to Sprint. But I'm at the point where I'm not buying any more new phones. Yeah, I'm just going to stick with mine until it's not worth a penny. Louise, I have to look and see if I have any Christmas. Ones I know about right offhand are the ones that are in my Christmas kits, with the papers and the whole Christmas ephemera, I think I have to look in the cabinet and see if I have any more. But my Christmas books, I have 2 Christmas kits, and I have Christmas books in those. So I'll have to look, when I'm done. I'll take a look tomorrow, and I'll let you know on Facebook. I'll chat with you and let you know. So I'll give a look when I get home from work tomorrow. All right, let me just pull these side one by one, and then you can tell me if you want me to show you any of these. Wanna get done with the get done with the little golden books. I still have a bunch that I haven't even shown everybody yet, so. I guess they call them classic just so they can put them back out there, Then they get somebody else to do the illustration, I guess. So, if anybody's interested in seeing any of the other ones. So, the fire engine. Let me see. Where's this one? This is one of the classics. So, this is one they brought back. It's probably got a newer copyright. Went from 50 to 59, and it's renewed in 87. Got a lot of full page, a lot of full page color going on. Very nice. A little bit of reading, a lot of picture. Look at the poor dog. He didn't even put the dog up on the fire engine. Poor guy. I like this, just a little bit of writing. That's all you need. And they all look like they're related. They all have the same face. Oh, they saved the dog. Awesome. Well, that's a good book. I like the pictures. Good job. Yeah, Louise, I just sent 4 of them. Hang on. You're in Canada, right, Louise? Because I think I just sent them to Canada. Hang on a second. Okay, Rose, I'll give you the one for the fire engine. I hope I hope I get another one of these blessing books because that story was just so cute. Louise, I think the shipping was like $12, but then they put another charge. I think there was another charge because I think once you type in Canada, all of a sudden they start coming up with I get it, you know. Apparently there's more charges than just shipping when you ship to Canada. I don't know, maybe you've heard of something like that. Okay, let me move these out of here. All right. What am I looking for? What am I looking for? These. Oh yeah, gotta show you this book. This one's mine. I just found this today at the store. They raise money for the Lutheran Church. It's a Bambi book. Just found this. Oh my gosh. I'm going to stick this over with my other Bambi book that I'm making. These pages are going to go in it. It's so cute. It doesn't have a copyright. It just says Disney. But so cute. We only had 6 deer come up for dinner tonight. I think we had 2 mamas and 4 babies. We used to have like 10 and 12 come up for, we put some corn out for them. And I was like, what happened to them all? Why are they all not coming up to get their corn? And it's always been like 4. And then we had 6 come up tonight. And I thought, oh, good. Yeah, I put them in that plastic mailing envelope. Because of the size, you know, I use these plastic mailing envelopes. And yeah. But Canada's got some funny way of being. And they just posted in Etsy, like as of the 26th, yesterday, that the people that work in the post office in Canada are starting to have their little yeah, where they're not going to work because they want something. They're on strike. They're kind of on strike again. Yeah, that's it. The rotating strike. And I'm like, what is that gonna help? How's that gonna help them? You know? So anyway, I wanted to show you these. These are all from Virginia. And I made 5. Tried to, you know, kind of like even them all out and they're the same. We have illustrated, and then some have photos. But they're like maps for in Virginia when you go sightseeing to all the different places, you know. And I thought, well, let me see how many bundles I can make. And I think each one has 4. You know, and I thought 4 for $1. You know, how does 4 for $1? And then you can add a little bit of paper, you know, into your journal. I can't even open this one. Yeah, see, and then you can like, and then it can fold out, you know, and then fold this way, and yeah, a little something to add to the journal. So I figured 4 pieces, each one $1. You know, that sounds pretty good, don't it? And then, of course, I saved some so that I can put it in my in my journal that I'm working on. I'm not sure how a courier service works, you know, Louise, but God, I think the people in Australia probably could use one too. Rose, what do you think? 4 for $1? Sound okay? This is all in Virginia. Must be a lot of places to go in Virginia. Would you like me to set one aside for you? One of the ones that's got the pretty cool illustrated pamphlet on the top. And then I have this one here that doesn't have this one. It's got its own. This is Monticello, the home of Thomas Jefferson. This has got some long pages, so you could like, I guess you could put it in one of the, like this, and then you could fold this part back, and then you can make it, you know, like a pocket. It's got some really cute pictures. I don't say, you know, wouldn't say that I like having deer antlers on my wall when I'm feeding them in the backyard. There's some pretty pictures. Love the cherry blossoms. Berkeley. Alrighty. We have the little Berkeley, and then we have the bigger Berkeley. This one's got a little tassel thingy. So, you know, I'm sure that you could unknot the little tassel, and then you can use it on something else. So I'll give you this one. Alrighty. Jeez, we still have 13 people watching at this time of night. It's almost 8:30, people. Where are my friends from California? Where's Laura?